Speaking of physically strong, you're looking at a man who's just about as strong as anybody.
Long drive way back, left center field, and she is out of here.
Wow. No, that's way out of here. And that's what the fans come to see when Jose Canseco comes to bat. And unfortunately, Les Lancaster, the recipient of a real long one. Not much doubt about this. Les tries to fool him with a straight fastball down the middle. Doesn't work out very well.
Over the trailers out there. Ball was hammered. 44 home runs last year, and he knew it when he hit it. Say whatever they want about him. That guy can play for my team any day of the week.
The A's win their 4th in a row. That was a moonshot with a trajectory that just kept going up and up and up.
Charlie's behind 2-0. That's deep in the left center field. Lance back with the fence, looks up, put it on the board. He just muscled it out of here, right off the end of the bat, and it's a 6-4 ball game.
And you kind of wonder if that ball would have been out of here last night. He didn't, as Hawk mentioned, did not hit it real square. But he is so strong, he can hit it off the end of the bat and still get it out of the ballpark. Solo homer makes it 6-4 now, White Sox. Take a look at the pitch. Out over the plate, looked like a slider. And he didn't get it all, but when you're that strong, you don't have to. He did make the contact out front. You can see the results.
Big home run last night in that 12-6 win. Now a defensive play.
The Aronoff, our expert on stats and all numbers for all baseball. Oh my gosh, to left field, Miller back. Will it be way back? Goodbye, home run, Jose Canseco. It's 6-5.
Out of the 6. There he is. Jose Canseco ending his home run drought into the left field seats. And then the next batter, the big redhead. Same results. To knot the game at 2 apiece.
Of the third, 2-1 A's, and Jose Canseco. He homered earlier, and he homers again. His 12th of the season. This one coming off John Dobson, and it's 3-1 A's. 2 batters later, Mark McGwire, the home run leader. It's up there. It's out there. It's his 20th home run there, and a 4-1 Oakland lead. Next pitch, John Dobson doesn't like this home run thing, so at Jamie Quirk, it's behind him, and Quirk comes out. John Flaherty looks like Andre Tippett. Brings him down from behind. Both Quirk and Dobson were ejected. Once they got back to playing, top of the 6th, the A's holding on 4-2, bases loaded. Jody Reed with a foul pop toward first. McGwire goes over, catches it, but ignores the runners who advance. Scott Cooper scores, and the runner from second moved over to third. That ended up tying the game. Jamie Quirk's replacement, Terry Steinbach, singles to center. His 3rd straight game-winning RBI as the A's pull it out 7-6. Jeff Parrott worked 2+ innings to win. He's 5-0. Dennis Eckersley with his 20th save in 20 tries, his 24th in a row.
You're always booing him, but he's always so strong. But he does have some fans in the Pacific Northwest. Well, he wrestles one deep to left field, back to the wall, and gone. Canseco, bad right shoulder and all, hits home run number 18.
Last year, Rich DeLucia led the American League in home runs, giving up home runs with 31. This year, that's home run number 7 that he's given up. And he's giving them up at the rate of about 1 every 6 2/3 innings this year. Canseco didn't hit that ball well. It looked like he hit it on the trademark. DeLucia comes in with a fastball. Canseco pulls that hip out, gets at least a good enough part of the bat on the ball, and drives it in the left field. It's hit.
And now the 1-1. And gone! Jose Canseco takes the grand tour. His 19th home run, and his dad gives him a standing ovation.
I tell you, his dad didn't have to blow that one out of the ballpark. That was a no-doubter by Canseco. These fans here tonight now getting a taste of 2 players that were on the disabled list before the All-Star break. Ricky Henderson and Jose Canseco, the 2 key guys on this ball club. Here's Jose getting this ball. It's actually a fastball down and out over the plate, and he knows it's gone.
In at the Coliseum, yeah, it's Giants bye-bye baby, which means that the A's are alone in the Bay Area if San Francisco does move, and that would be the theme of the night. Mark McGwire, bottom of the first, and that's against Jamie Moeller, number 34 to make it 2-0 A's. Bye-bye baby, as the headline says. Bottom of the third, Moeller tries to throw a curve way outside Canseco, and Canseco says, you got to be kidding me. More on that later. Bottom of the fifth, 2-1 A's. Carney Lansford with the bags packed, and that ball is going to be out of here. Bye-bye baby, 6-1 A's. Next man up, Canseco, before a pitch is thrown. I see ya. Bye-bye baby. He's gone for the second straight night. And then McGwire comes up, and guess what? You know what the theme of the night is? It is bye-bye baby. Number 35 on the year. 2 fans go tumbling into the net. Bye-bye to them too. 8-6, Oakland wins that game. McGwire, number 3.
This guy is still. Fly ball right field. Canseco, long runs. He going to get there? He does, and he holds it. He's put on a show out there tonight. He can't even get it out of the glove trying to. Well, that is an unbelievable catch.
Out something about wanting to be traded. What's your side of the story? Clarify for everybody, if you will.
I think there was really too much emphasis put on the fact that I am going to leave Oakland, which is not really known yet to truth. This has probably been a thought of mine since the beginning of the year, when really my own fans were booing me in Oakland, and I've been having a lot of trouble accepting that. As a matter of fact, I can accept the fact that you're booed from away fans and said many things about or talked about, but the fact that I started out slow, I think the fact that the fans think I'm making too much money with the combination, maybe the things that have happened during the off field has contributed to that. But when my wife has to put up a lot of negative things said at the ballpark, and your own fans booing you, even though I have the stats I have now, sometimes I will go home and have a couple days back to back that are poor, still being booed. I mean, it really hurts me a lot to see that.
Now, you say the fans boo you. Every player, I think, gets booed. Talking to Reggie Jackson, players who, first of all, are paid money, but also are supposed to produce what you have. And looking at your numbers, you have produced. From the standpoint of saying the fans have booed you, how many days, how many times, as opposed to the times that they cheered you, would you compare the times that they booed you?
Well, at the beginning of the year, there were no cheers at all, to tell the truth. Even when I was just announced, there were a lot of boos at Oakland. And it seems like to me I can do no right from now on in for the fans of Oakland. I think the expectations are extremely high. The shoes are too big for me to fill. And, I've been considering going somewhere else, especially now when my wife is having trouble at Oakland. She hasn't gone to some of the games because of this problem. I have to seriously consider my options.
What about the timing? There's some 3 weeks left in the season. You guys are struggling. It looks as if this year, as far as the playoffs are over, but why now instead of when the season's over and the season for the Oakland Athletics is over at the 1st of October?
Well, because, in the beginning, I was wondering maybe it would stop. Maybe they would understand that I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. I've got a lot of problems off the field, and maybe that affected me a tad. But it continued, and even now at home I'll have some bad games, and it still continues. And I wonder if maybe the fans really don't want me to play in Oakland anymore.
I think they do. That's straight from the mouth of Jose Canseco. Marty, back up to you.
Good luck. We love you, Jose.
Jose, what do you say to the fans? Last thing to the fans.
Jose Canseco is a Texas Ranger tonight. In the middle of tonight's ball game, the A's lobbed a mortar onto the front page of every sports section in the country. Good evening, everybody. What a move tonight.
It certainly was. One of those major surprises that wasn't all that much of a surprise, considering the strange season Canseco has had. For more on all this, including the other half of the trade, which is impressive, Gary's at the Coliseum. Gary?
Yeah, Pete, we are outside the Coliseum. There's a ball game still going on inside. The Baltimore Orioles leading the Oakland A's 4-0 in the 8th inning. But the story, as you said, Jose Canseco shuttled off to Texas for outfielder Ruben Sierra, Bob Witt, a right-handed starting pitcher, and Jeff Russell, a relief pitcher. Now, Jose Canseco, of course, as you said in the lead-in, of superstar quality. No man the past 6 years has hit more home runs in Major League Baseball. Canseco, 226 home runs, entering this his 7th season with the Oakland Athletics. Canseco, 3 more years under contract. 2 of the players, Sierra and Russell, are free agents. It's a very, very daring move by this man, Sandy Alderson.
What? It's in a sense the end of an era, because I think he does represent, has in many ways personified the A's success over the last several years. Many people have contributed to that success, certainly. But Jose, for whatever reason, rightly or wrongly, seemed to represent that.
First hitter was Ricky, and I was kind of like close to the on-deck circle. And Tommy Reynolds called me and said, "Tony, you need to talk to my boy. He's probably gonna tell me that this, you should stay back on this pitch and try to hit the ball right here or something." And that's what was going through my mind.
It's tough. Canseco after it. He caught it. Throw back to first. Chance for double play. Count him up. Here's a long drive to left center field. Canseco had hit it a mile, and there she goes.
Home run number 22, 4 big RBIs, and it's a 6-5 ball game, just like that.
He's swinging. He hit it deep. Lansford had put a charge in it, and there she goes. Now the A's are leading at 8-6. Fly ball right field. Canseco, long runs. He going to get there? He does, and he holds it. He's put out a show out there tonight. He can't even get it out of the glove trying to.
Boy, that is an unbelievable catch. Might as well have a great game, big guy, because you've made 2 great defensive plays, and now the home run.
2 out the 9th. 2-run lead Oakland. And he got it. And that's it, and the A's win a big one here tonight, taking a 6-game lead over the Minnesota Twins as they'll head out of here shortly for Baltimore. But it was the next day in Baltimore that McGuire took a swing and immediately headed to the clubhouse. A strained ribcage muscle would put McGuire on the shelf for almost a month and prevent him from pursuing a home run title that seemed all but assured. Then, on the last day of August, with the A's 6 1/2 games ahead of Minnesota, a stunning development. It began when Jose Canseco did not come out to hit in the bottom of the 1st inning.
An early pinch hitter. Obviously something is wrong with Jose Canseco. Lance Blankenship is going to hit for Canseco, who did play in right field to open the ball game. You think of maybe a migraine, maybe a back flare-up, maybe the shoulder. Well, it's September 1, the deadline. They didn't trade Canseco, did they? Interesting scenario involves Ruben Sierra, who, look, Texas is pretty well resolved that they won't be able to sign.
Approximately 1/2 hour ago, we consummated a trade with the Texas Rangers. We sent Jose Canseco to the Rangers and acquired Ruben Sierra, Jeff Russell, Bobby Witt, and cash.
It was the trade of '92 and sent shockwaves throughout the majors.
Folks, it has just been announced a major, and I mean major, blockbuster deal. I hope this isn't April 1st, is it? Sit down, people.
And I thought the name I heard Rick mention when he was talking to the boys downstairs was Canseco.
That's exactly right, Jose Canseco.
All the rumors about Ruben Sierra changing uniforms, he has. He's going to the Oakland A's for Jose Canseco to the Texas Rangers. Holy cow.
Golly, that is a blockbuster.
And that with less than an hour to go to the trading deadline. My goodness, a major, major deal.
We did have a 7.5 game lead going into the month of September, but in some respects, we felt that was a very fragile lead, and we wanted to make some improvements.
It was obvious we needed pitching help, and one way to do it was to trade Jose, especially we come back with a quality right fielder like Ruben.
You know, I will definitely miss the A's and a whole bunch of the players here. I've been accustomed here. I was a homegrown player here 10 years. Like I said, I've never known baseball anywhere else but here in Oakland, so maybe the adjustment will be difficult. And who knows, it might turn out for the better, it might turn out for the worse. That has yet to be seen.
With Canseco off to Texas and Ruben Sierra suffering from chicken pox, the ailing A's lost their first 5 post-Canseco games.